may make a mistake, and fail them, ask them, we cannot enroll ourselves. And it's up to him to go inside her account or his account and then change the settings. Okay, I'm going to call upon my colleague Aine, maybe to give a conclusion, and then after we shall be receiving some of the question, and we give immediate feedback. Again, I wanted to pass out this. You'll be having live classes, and live classes will happen on VLE altogether. For example, if the lecturer will just come here on this course unit and put a live class, we schedule a live class, you will see the information captured here, that there is a live class, maybe scheduled this date and this time. Actually, I had not made one here, but I think next time I will just make one here and then show you how to go about it. But you just see this info, you just see that information captured here, indicating that there is a live class, maybe the internet and web programming class scheduled to take place maybe tomorrow, 6th November 2020 at this time altogether. So when that time reaches, you just log into your system, there will be a link. You just click on that link and it will take you to the class. But to go to that class, it's a must that you have to enroll. If you are not enrolled, it will not allow you to attend that class. I'll just repeat this. If you want to attend the live class that are going to start soon, you have to make sure that you have enrolled to that course unit. If you don't enroll, the system will not allow you to go and attend that class. Are we together? I will just call upon my colleague Aine, maybe talk about to give a conclusion remarks. Maybe I'll also allow him to talk about the zero rating, and then after we shall receive your questions and give feedback. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Let me explain a bit of zero rating. I'm going to thank my colleague for the explanation he has given. But the thing for zero rating is it's MTN. So as long as you have your MTN line activated, you don't need OTT, you don't need OTT, you don't need for data. At least you may have like minimum like an MB, 1 MB, and you're free to go on. Okay, you only need an MB. As long as you have 1 MB, you can do VLE, because the way the university negotiated with MTN, you can access VLE for free. That's free. So you don't need OTT as long as you have an MTN line. So that's for zero rating. My colleague Cohen explained how to put assignments there. This training will continue. If you have issues, you come to us. You can email us on vle@bsu.ac.ug. Our phone numbers are available. You can call us, but please call us within working hours, 8 to 5, and we shall answer some of your queries. There are some trainings going on. We are doing the same thing, so you can join those trainings. You can join those trainings. Yes, you can join those trainings. So for now, we are going to take some questions as we conclude.
Before we receive your questions, I can see some of you are already started. I received a message here that we don't know how to put the VLE. That where should we put the VLE.bsu.ac.ug? So when you have a smartphone, you will just need to open any browser. When I talk of a browser, I mean we have some examples like Google, like Mozilla Firefox, like Opera Mini, like Chrome. So you need to open any of those browsers, and then up where there is that where there is the search box on URL, you put the word vle.bsu.ac.ug. I'm going to share here. You just need to open any browser. For example, this is Mozilla Firefox, and then you go back, you come here where there is this is a URL. This is where you type vle.bsu.ac.ug. You come here, you put v in small letters, vle.bsu.ac.ug, and then you click enter or go. So if you click enter, it will take you to, I'll just need to log out here and just close here. Need to first sign out. I said you come here, you put vle.bsu.ac.ug, and then you click enter. So if you click enter, it will take it to this page. You come here on the top right corner where there is a login. You click login, and then it brings this page where you put your credentials, your username and your password. If you tick remember username, it means the second attempt of login, it will not ask you the username and password. If you tick remember the username, it will not ask you. If you enter the vle.base, it will just take you to your home page. So
let's take some questions and we'll conclude this. So we have Jamujisha. Let's start with the live ones. Let's start with these ones who are live, those ones who can attend to. Tumwebaze, you unmute yourself and ask. Tumwebaze, unmute yourself and ask. Unmute your microphone and ask.
Yes, Mr. Sir, I would like to know when is this e-learning starts? Because we are just there confused. We don't know the exact day you're starting to teach on e-learning. Thank you.
Okay. E-learning has already started. Lecturers have already uploaded notes. So it's all about you communicating with your lecturer and ask, are notes uploaded on VLE? Can we access your notes? You log in, you have your credentials. People have already started. When are you starting exams? So we're assuming that you're studying right now. It has already started. Okay. Biamjisha, unmute yourself and ask. Biamjisha, unmute yourself and ask. Unmute.
Okay. Thank you, our today's presenters, for the very good and wonderful presentation. Now, my question is, well, there are some people who have retakes and have not seen any option of, if someone is going maybe to hand in an assignment, which is a retake, do they hand in like someone who is doing a normal assignment? And my other question is, there are some course units which have calculations like biostatistics. Now, I don't know if people will be able to do that, those course units online. I don't know. I need just clarity on that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Benjamin, for your good question. I will first answer the first question of the retake. If a student is in year 2, year 3, for example, and he has a retake in a certain course unit, maybe I'll just give an example in computer literacy. That student will go on VLE and also register or enroll to that course unit, computer literacy, and he or she will be able to attend the class, do assignment, and also download the content. And then the second question is about the calculations. As I have told you, that this platform has we have live classes, and unlike live classes, it means a lecturer can be on a board, for example, on a blackboard with a chalk, calculating.
Yeah, writing on the board.
Writing on the board.
Yeah,
so and it's live. So it's a live video. You'll be able to see the lecturer. And then
yes. Okay, so we have answered your questions. So it's all about communicating with the lecturer. How are we going to go about with this thing? So he will tell you we are going to have a live class or something like that. So if you want to register for a retake or a lecture, you can't enroll to a course unit that you're retaking. You also have to call that lecturer and ask, I'm a retaker, I need to enroll into your course. So it's the ones who have the authority to enroll you or give you the enrollment key to enroll into that course unit. Thanks, Biamjisha. You unmute yourself. You mute yourself, sorry. Let's have Peter. Mute yourself to Biamjisha. Peter, ask your question. Peter. Peter, unmute yourself and ask. Biamjisha, mute yourself. Peter, I see your hand is up.
Okay. Someone is asking a question here that thank you. I would like to know the format of the emails that were given to us at the campus and the password to activate it. Instead of using personal emails, we use university emails. Now, for the case of emails, if your rig number, I'll just give an example here. If your rig number is 19 stroke BSU stroke Backard stroke 001, your email is 19 small letters, 19 BSU Backard 001 without slashes at, you put your faculty, which is at as.bsu.ac.ug, and then the password is your rig number in capital letters without slashes. The email is your rig number in small letters without slashes, and then you add at as.bsu.ac.ug.
For smartphones, what arrangement is there? Arrangements are in place for people without smartphones and laptops. Basically, within this epidemic, we expect you guys to have smartphones, and you have to ask your parents to give you smartphones and buy you laptops. because that, I don't know, we can't, I don't know, we can't help you with that. So you have to buy your own smartphone or a laptop. Some course units, some courses are not enrollable. That one we have said you contact your lecturers. A lecturer is in charge of a course unit. So you type a course unit, like I was saying before. When you're searching, you don't search for your course. You search for a course unit. So if you can't enroll into a course unit, you ask your lecturer. For those whose work exceeds 2 MBs, I was seeing somebody who's saying his work exceeds 2 MBs. You have to reduce. Maybe you can send 2 files, but the file shouldn't exceed 2 MBs. If it's small, reduce your content. Make sure it's small. It's not more than 2 MBs because our system can't allow you to upload more than 2 MBs. So you have to reduce your file. You know how to reduce your file, remove your content, or separate your content and make sure it is small. Tumwebaze, unmute yourself and ask a question. Tumwebaze, unmute yourself and ask. Okay, Tumwebaze, you're on, ask.
Okay, thank you. I'm again asking this. In our course, there are some questions that are missing. In a business faculty doing bachelors of accounting and finance, there are 2 only questions which can display and others are not there. So what are you going to do for us? Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you, Tumwebaze. As Mr. Aine has explained, if at all you try to search for that question and you're not able to allocate it, you call your lecturer that we cannot see your question it. Or there are some students who misspell their question names. Find someone, the question is called fundamentals of accounting, but the student is writing fundamental. Altogether, you not see that question appear under the search result. You have to enter the real name for that question. If you write it wrongly, it will not appear under the results. But if at all the correct word is entered and you're not seeing that question, you'd call the lecturer asking, maybe we cannot see your question on the VLE, and we have been informed that classes will always take place here. What can we do? Thank you, Benjamin.
Emmanuel, unmute yourself and ask. Bamjisha, mute your sound. You're distracting us. Mute your sound, Bamjisha. Okay. Emmanuel, okay, ask Emmanuel on.
Yes, thank you very much. Now, my point is about the student's email, whereby we are told that we get all the information from the student's email. But this time around, we can't access it. We've tried several times to open it, but then they tell us to contact the system admin. My request is about that one. Then another thing is, like someone has said that we are missing some course units, whereby the lecturers have not enabled the self-enrollment option. We are requesting about that the lecturer should give us that option. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much. For the case of the email, for the case of the BSU email, as I told you, let me just do a small illustration here. Just do a small illustration here. As I told you that if your rig number is you're a backup student.
No.
You are doing which course?
BIT.
You are doing
BIT.
BIT. So if you are doing BIT, as I told you earlier, that your email is your rig number in small letters,
Yes.
without slashes, and then you add at as.bsu.s.ug, you put your password, which is your rig number, in capital letters all together, and then you log in. When you log in, all Android phones, it will first ask you to download the device policy all together. So when you download that policy and it is installed on your phone, we, the system unit, we are going to see that information that the student with this rig number has downloaded the policy and installed and is waiting for the approval. So it's the system unit to approve you. And every day, we have to make sure that all the requests are approved. So I don't know if you have gone there to check. We approve in the morning and in the evening. All the requests are approved, morning and evening. Then for the case of if the question is shared between two lecturers, as we told you earlier, if you search a course unit, for example, I'll just give an example here, a smart example that will actually explain everything. I'll just share my screen here and log into the VLE. Are we together? I'll just share an example here. I'll just enter my reg number. This is a student. And I will enter a question that is being shared by different lecturers. For example, I will use understanding the Bible. So I'll just go to search courses and enter the word understanding. I'll just enter the question name, which is understanding the Bible. So when I enter understanding the Bible and click or go, you can see the results down here. There are 4 results altogether. And you can see that there is a BD Swaswa 1107 understanding the Bible. These are the same question you can see the Bible, but the lectures are different. This is Mukundane Charles, and we have Mwesije Aine altogether. So you have to look the course unity. You have to check the course unity name and then the course code plus the lecturer. If Mwesije Aine is your lecturer, you have to enroll on this course unit. If Mukundane Charles is your lecturer, you have to enroll to the course unit of Mukundane Charles. I think I have answered your 2 questions. You can receive another person.
We are done with, I think.
We can receive
that one was answered. Our missing course units was answered. Live classes will be, you will have to ask your lecturers if they are live classes. That one can be answered by lecturers.
Let us scroll and see some of the questions that are on the chat. This one is saying, when are the live classes starting? Yeah, but some have already started. Some have already started.
It's all about asking.
You have to enroll to your questions, and you'll be able to see that information. But some of the questions are missing in the system. We have already answered that. You need to contact your lecturers, that we cannot see your question in the system.
Course units.
What about some questions that are taught by different? I've already explained that. When you do search to bring results with the course code, course unit name, and even the lecturer.
So thanks for attending. Those are all the questions we have received. Thanks for your time. Communication will be going through if there are other trainings that will happen. It's a process, so this process will continue. The university will be communicating if there's more trainings. Thanks for attending. That's it.
Okay, members, we thank you for your attendance. And we ask you that if at all there is any challenge, you reach us. We have our information has been shared on BSU platforms, different platforms. We have been added on the different groups, students for WhatsApp groups, so you can always raise your concerns, and then we shall give you the feedback.